I'm calling to order this meeting of the Silver City Town Council. Would you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and welcome everybody. Chief Portillo, thanks for being here too. The next item on the agenda is changes to the agenda. Does the council want to make any changes? No changes. Next we have proclamations. Since February 16, 2019 is being celebrated as Territorial Charter Day, the town would like to recognize this with a proclamation. And I think Mr. Torrietta will be receiving this, but we're going to take it back from you because we're going to post this in City Hall.
If I may, Mayor Lander, would it be okay if our esteemed Gary Staley join us on this?
If you want pictures.
I want a picture. No, just joking. All right, well, he's going to say a few words.
Please stand over here. Whereas on February on February 15, 1878, the Speaker of the Territorial House of Representatives of the State of New Mexico, Juan B. Patron, presided over passage of an act to incorporate the town of Silver City in the county of Grant, which was signed that day by the governor. And whereas this act of incorporation constitutes the official recognition by the territory of New Mexico that certain rights and powers of self-government shall be granted in perpetuity to the citizens of the town of Silver City. And whereas for 141 years, this territorial charter has provided a model of local self-government in the state of New Mexico to provide for the health, safety, and welfare of its inhabitants. And whereas, pursuant to Resolution 2016-02, the Town Council of the Town of Silver City deemed it appropriate that the town and its inhabitants shall annually honor the passage of its territorial charter and remember those persons responsible therefore. Now therefore I, Ken Ladner, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the town of Silver City, Grant County, New Mexico, do hereby proclaim February 16, 2019 as Territorial Charter Day, and that the inhabitants of the town are encouraged to honor said day with a recollection of the town's history and such celebrations as might be deemed appropriate. We'll present this to Raul Torrietta, who is a member of the Territorial Charter Day Celebration Committee.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Next item on the agenda is council comments. Councilor Cano?
No comments this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Ray?
Thank you, Mayor. I received a phone call this morning by Ceci McAndrew, and she wants to work on the territorial charter deed for each one was counted, so I chose March 23rd as my date, and we'll be on Boston Hill. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Amon Smith.
No comments tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Beston.
Thank you, Mayor. I did not receive a phone call from Sissy, and I understand that she's the one that's going to be helping us arrange these things. But I wanted to announce to the District 1 folks that I'd like to know where they would like to do something. In particular, one of the things that I was looking at doing was a play street, but not more than just a play street, but really where the community comes together, everybody brings chairs and a table out, and then we do a potluck down a block. We'd really like to extend it to do some sort of thing like that. It would have to be probably in August or September when it's a little bit cooler, maybe, from 4 to 7, it depends. I don't have a date. But if anyone in the district knows of if a group of people would like to do that off of a heavily trafficked street, so it's not a street where there's a lot of traffic, like Yucca's got a lot of traffic on it, to please contact me on my either my email for the town council, or you can leave a message at the message machine. So right now it's kind of up in the air. We'll see what Sissy might have a suggestion for our area, but it would be a little bit later on in the year. So, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Any other council comments? I would just like to thank the Territorial Charter Celebration Day Planning Committee for all the work that they've been doing, and looking forward to hearing more about the events that's going to take place. I also want to thank very much those who participated in the Boston Hill project of trail improvement and flood control up there. I went up today and had a good look, and it really looks good. And I want to thank all of those who participated. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes of the January 8, 2019 regular meeting. Do I hear a motion? Councilor Amon Smith.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting of the town of Stoke City of January 8th, 2019.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor, second the motion as
We have a
stated.
motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is public input, and no one signed up for that. So the next item on the agenda is reports, and I will turn that over to Mr. Brown.
First, I'd like to introduce Raul Turrieta. He's going to talk a little bit about the schedule of activities for Territorial Charter Day. And here's
Mayor, Council, County Manager, I got to get my sidekick over here, all right? So I was a little bit premature about the charter proclamation on that. But thank you very much, and I want to thank Annie right off the bat for allowing us to be here to get the proclamation for the Territorial Charter Day. It's been 3 years already. Hasn't it been there, Gary? This is our third year that we started with the Territorial Charter Day, and it has been getting a little bit more exciting. We're getting our committees together. Our events are becoming together on what's going on. For starters, we're actually going to have and I expect for you to be there, manager, to run the 10K. Matter of fact, it's only a 5K. Matter of fact, at 9 o'clock in the morning, thanks to Charmaine, we're going to have a challenge run down in downtown, and it's going to be a small run. It's all going to be downtown, and it's going to take about 3 cans of food to participate, get a T-shirt, and that's how we're going to do pretty much the kickoff on Saturday. Not only that, it's really interesting that we are going to have effectivity starting at 11 o'clock We're actually, and if you'd like to join in there, Gary, we're actually going to have the reenactment once again about the charter, and we're also going to have some storytelling going on. Anything else, Gary, that you can think of on with...
It's going to be at the Murray Hotel, so that all the activities will be there, easy to get to, and you can stay in that area and enjoy the day of activities. It will include, the Girl Scouts will be doing a medley of New Mexico songs that was written by a local elementary teacher years ago and has been performed by elementary students in schools. Talks about, it sings about the state flag and the state bird and the state tree and the state tree. All of those things in a number of medley of songs. There's also going to be a square dance group there who will perform and invite the group to participate.
Not only that, once again, let me just back off just a hair. I had to get my information. First, 100 registered runners will receive a T-shirt, and the entry fee, once again, will be 3 cans of food. At 11 o'clock, we're actually going to have the horse-drawn wagon from 3 until about 5 p.m. And once again, we are going to have also the stompers that are going to participate with the events. And once again, we're also going to have the reenactment, and we are also going to bring the past mayors to participate on that. That evening, for Territorial Charter Day at the Murray Hotel, on the 16th from 7 to 11, they're actually going to have music from the Illusion Bands, music from the Illusion Band there at the Murray Hotel. We are selling tickets for $10 a ticket for the band itself, and
It's the Territorial Ball.
the ball, that's right. And if you want to dress up, I don't think we would have a problem people dressing up. So that's actually going to be from 7 to 11, and we're just going to really enjoy, more than anything else, to participate for Silver City. Matter of fact, today we had a county commissioner's work session, and we actually explained what was going on for Territorial Charter Day. We're also going to be receiving a proclamation for the county, so we can really celebrate our time, not only for Grand County, but also for the town of Silver City. Any questions by any chance?
Councilor Madison?
Could you remind everybody where the Territorial Ball tickets are being sold, since I purchased mine this weekend?
Thank you very much for bringing that up. Matter of fact, there's going to be at Patsy's. Okay, matter of fact, I'm selling tickets. Where else? Patsy at the Vintage place there down on Bullard, and
Visitor Center. Visitor Center.
and also at the visitor centers, or you can just contact also the visitor center and talk to Charmaine, and she'll give you a pretty much breakdown on where they're at also. Because there's going to be some other individuals that'll be selling them, and once again, they're $10 a ticket. Thank you, Commissioner Benison.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank Alex and the town for all of their support on this. We couldn't be having some of the events we're having without your support. Thank you. Alex also made sure that the ballroom would be accessible to everyone. Appreciate that. Mr. Brown?
I guess next, I want to have Gary talk about the activities this weekend, the trails projects that he worked on.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Mr. Brown. Yeah, this was a fun weekend. We partnered with the town's Trails and Open Space group, and did a pretty good section on Boston Hill of rerouting one of the trails that had really rutted out and eroded. There were at least 25 volunteers there that came with only an invitation. They walked up and drove up and rode their bicycles up, and they had their own picks and shovels, and it cost the town a whole $50.
I had Alex buy treats and water and stuff for the group, but it was so successful, and they'd like to do this again. And so in speaking with Councilor Ray, we will hopefully have a day in March when we have this and even a larger group come and participate to get more trail work done. And Mr. Brown and I are working with people with your Trails Committee to see if we can expand that a little bit as far as the number of days. It was so successful that there was some preliminary machine work done that just really enhanced the ability of the group to go in and feel like that they'd made a huge difference in a 3-hour block of time. And it just demonstrates what can be done with volunteers, and a little bit of extra machine work made a huge difference. I think you mentioned, the mayor, that you had been up there, and it's a night and day difference in the trails. So Boston Hill is a golden nugget for the town, and whoever had the foresight to go ahead and purchase that property, I think, ought to be commended. And those of you who have been participating in the planning of the future of that, I think we'll see some good things. Is this a good time also to talk about the civic days?
It's on the agenda.
Okay.
No other reports right now.
Thank you. We ready for new business? First item on the new business is 11A, the approval/disapproval of resolution number 2018-03, a resolution amending the approved and adopted budget for the fiscal year commencing July 1, 2018 through June 30, 2019, and for municipal purpose in the town of Silver City, New Mexico, transferring and appropriating funds thereof. Mr. Brown?
Mayor and Council, this resolution is to approve the addition of 2 additional grants that we received this year. Well, now that we have to do these temporary transfers every quarter, I figured we'll do the budget adjustments that we have at that time. So at the end of the year, it's not just one big group. So in this case, we've got 2 new grants. One is for the fire department for, what do they call it, CBA? SCB, the breathing apparatuses that they wear. So that's one of the grants. The other one is the LEADA grant for the project on Ridge Road. And then to increase funding for HIDA's, the drug enforcement grant, we got more money allocated to us than we originally thought we were going to get. And then the CDBG project, we needed to increase the amount of match that we had originally budgeted. And basically, so the actual budget of town funds increased for expenditure is $27,000. The rest of it is all grants funds that are added to the budget.
Thank you. Any questions? Do I hear a motion? Councilman Smith?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve of resolution number 2019-03, a resolution amending the approved and adopted budget for the fiscal year commencing July 1st, 2018 through June 30th, 2019, and for municipal purpose in the town of Silver City, New Mexico, transferring and appropriating funds thereof.
Thank you. Do we have a second? Councilor Bassett?
Thank you, Mayor. I second the motion as stated.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please, Ann.
Councilor Benison?
Aye.
Councilor Amon Smith?
Aye.
Councilor Ray?
Aye.
Councilor Cotto?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. The next item is 11B, the approval/disapproval of resolution number 2018-04, a resolution temporarily amending the approved and adopted budget for the fiscal year commencing July 1, 2018 through June 30, 2019, and for municipal purpose in the town of Silver City, New Mexico, transferring and appropriating funds thereof. Mr. Brown?
Mayor and Council, this is the resolution that we've been required to submit with our quarterly report, authorizing temporary transfers. The main transfers are to the Colonias, the Ridge Road project, and the College Street project, and the pool payroll. They're temporary transfers into those funds because we're waiting for reimbursements, and then we're going to, once we submit the quarterly report, we'll transfer the money back to the general fund. And it's only so it doesn't look like, well, so we don't have negative balances. And of course, we're going to have negative balances because all of our grants are on a reimbursement basis. So, this is just something that we have to do. I don't like to do it because it doesn't look right. But
Thank you. Any questions?
I have a comment.
Councilor Amon Smith?
And I just have a comment, the town clerk, on the agenda, the resolution number is 2018, but it is actually 2019-04, is it not?
Yes, on both.
Okay. Yeah, all right. That's what I thought. Thank you. So when the motion was made, it should be for 2019-04.
Thank you. Any other comments? We should also correct the previous one too, right? Wasn't it listed as 2000? No, that's right, it was right. Yeah.
Made the motion.
Yeah. Okay, do we have a motion? Councilor Ray?
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve resolution number 2019-04, a resolution temporarily amending the approved and adopted budget for fiscal year commencing on July 1, 2018 through June 30th, 2019, and for the municipal purpose in the town of Silver City, New Mexico, transferring and appropriating funds thereof.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor,
Councilor
I'll
Collins?
second that motion as stated.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please, Ann.
Councilor Kano? Aye. Councilor Ray?
Aye.
Councilor Amon Smith?
Aye.
Councilor Madison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next is 11C, discussion and action on proposed 2019 dates for town-sponsored Charter Days volunteer projects. We're really blessed to have a great town council. Last year, each of the council members came up with a wonderful project that is done by all volunteers, and I think we have a real involved town council, and it makes us really fortunate, I think. This is the discussion items. Alex, do you want to lead us off on this?
yes, of course, last year, the projects that we had were very successful, and we want to continue with that. And so I've been talking with Gary, and Gary's come up with some suggestions, just in case you're having a hard time coming up with your own projects. He's available to help you out. We've identified a couple projects that are possibilities for yourself if you guys so choose. With that, we're here to help you with anything that you guys need, planning, if you guys need any information to research a project, or if you want, whatever you need, we're here to help.
Councilor Kano?
The District 4 project will be on August 3rd. And we'll be partnering with Chief Portillo to celebrate in some way, we're not sure quite yet how, National Night Out, which is meant to get the community more involved with our first responders. And so hopefully Chief Lambert will be on board as well. I haven't spoken to him yet. I have several community members who are interested in being a part of that project. So we'll meet in a couple of weeks after the whole Santa Fe stuff gets done.
Okay, great. So what would be, are you the contact person Mr. Brown, for when the other councils come up with their dates?
Yes, just get all the information to me and I'll work with everybody. Okay, but we've got backups for you, just in case you can't come up with something. I know you guys are busy, you have your own careers, your day-to-day, and we're here to help with anything that you guys need.
Any discussion or any comments from the council? Council Bassett?
Thank you, Mayor. Actually, I would love to know some of the suggestions that Gary has for District 1. So could you contact me about that? Send me an email or something like that? Maybe through, with Manager Brown or with Assistant Manager, what's his name? Sorry, Mr. Marshall. I'm sorry. It's just like I'm trying to get adjusted to some new glasses, and I'm kind of going, wow, things look different. So I'm a little off put right now. The other thing, I do, as I said in our council comments, really encourage my district, if they want to do what I'm hoping that we can do, I really need some ideas about where people want to hold back. And I'm excited about both of these council members, what they're going to do. So I'm like, boy, I hope I can come up with something that's good, especially with a national night out. I think that is something where you're going to have a lot of people at council. And then I think also with Council Ray's work. So I want to, it's one of the things that we seem to find and sometimes in our areas is that people feel like they're not really a community, and that's why I want to get some input from them about what they'd like to do. And of course, at that point, the senior affordable housing will be up. I don't know if it's something where we celebrate that. That would be kind of a cool place to do something if they would let us do that. And it integrates them into the district as it is. So there's just a couple things floating in my head, and whatever suggestions you might have. I just really hope to see more of District 1 out than maybe we had last year, because your crew of kids really did a great job. And there's a lot of things that we can do up at that park, that Eden Park, but I kind of want to do something where we can bring our community together, not just District 1 folks, but anybody that wants to come and join us. So similar to what the other councilors are doing, and I know that what you did last year. I was really inspired by the Play Street. So if you could get in touch with me, I would really appreciate that. Gary?
Sure, thank you. Gary, you had a comment?
Yeah, Sissy McAndrew called a couple of you, and the reason is that she had volunteered to encourage the volunteers in your district on whatever project that you're going to be working on. She wants, in her capacity, to be able to enlist more people within each of your district to help on whatever your project's going to be. So she offered to do that. So since this is a volunteer thing, I thought that'd probably be a good idea.
One question for Mr. Brown, and that is that I have about 4 projects that people have suggested to me, and a couple of them would require some coordination with the university, since District 2 encompasses so much of the university. So I'll call on you to talk with the feasibility and project plans for such projects, and then we'll prioritize it. I look forward to hearing what Gary would have, and I have not yet spoken with my colleague, Sissy McAndrew, that she is a firecracker and gets things done, so that will be fun. So I will be talking with you guys. Thank you.
Any other comments? Another important team member on all of this is Mr. Marshall. He's been at a lot of the community work days, and I know personally he swings a pretty awesome paintbrush.
A good cook.
It's too late. It's out there. Okay. So try to, those of you who don't have a date yet, try to do that as soon as you can. Let Mr. Brown know so we can develop a calendar. Next is the appointment of 2 members to the Lodgers Tax Advisory Board, item 11D. 2 applications were received for the Lodgers Tax Advisory Board. However, only one of them met the qualifications, and that was Michelle Munoz, who reapplied as a lodging member. She was recommended by the chair, and if there are no objections, I would like to appoint her. She is so appointed. I'd like to also mention that there are still 2 more vacancies on that board, one for lodging and one industry member. So if anyone knows of someone who might be interested, have them go up and meet with Ann and get an application.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I think there's 3 openings, including a general member.
Is that right, Ann?
Yes, since the particular act is not qualified.
Oh, okay, so there's 3. All right, very good. So that's one more we have to get. The next item, agenda item, is 11E, the approval/disapproval of executive session pursuant to NMSA 1978, Section 10-15-1H, 7, from meetings subject to the attorney-client privilege pertaining to threatened or pending litigation in which the public body is or may become a participant. Do I hear a motion? Councilor Edison?
Thank you, Mayor. I move for the council to go into executive session pursuant to NMSA 1978, Section 10-15-1H7 of the state's Open Meetings Act to meet subject to the attorney-client privilege pertaining to threatened or pending litigation in which the public body is or may become a participant.
Thank you. Do I hear a second? Councilor Ray?
Thank you, Mayor. Second that is read.
Okay. Motion and a second. Roll call, please, Ann.
Councilor Edison?
Aye.
Councilor Amon Smith? Aye. Councilor Ray?
Aye.
Councilor Kano?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. The council will convene in the conference room after a short restroom break. The council is back in session. No matters other than those matters included in the motion to go into executive session were discussed. At this time, I will ask the council members for their affirmation of that statement. Roll call, please, Ann.
Councilor Edison?
Aye.
Councilor Amon Smith? Aye. Councilor Ray?
Aye.
Councilor Kano?
Aye.
Everyone answered in the affirmative. This concludes the business of the town of Silver City. Do I hear a motion? Councilor Ray?
Thank you, Mayor. I make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion and a second. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor, I second the motion.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The meeting is adjourned.